by the times you made me cry, feeling not quite good enough, not understanding why. I blamed you for the hell that I was in, then I burned through my resentment till I could love again. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. When you did those things that hurt so much, you didn't have a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive you, for you know not what you do. I still have an angry thought or two. I don't do well with those that try to tell me what to do, but I still try to turn the other cheek. Watch me walk away, you'll know exactly what I mean. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. When they do those things that hurt so much, they haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. I forgive them, for they know not what they do. The more you give away, the more you have. Everyone's a mirror of some part of you. It could be anger, it could be love. Why not choose love? Haunted by the times I made you cry, I showed you the worst in me, not understanding why. But we can heal together perfectly. For love to grow between us, there's one thing that I need. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. When I do those things that hurt so much, I haven't got a clue. Love needs no conditions, it will always see us through. Please forgive me, for I know not what I do. Please forgive me, I forgive you.
summer, fall and winter came too fast. Somehow I made it, I'm wide awake, it's spring at last. If I could only bring them back, they'd still be moments from the past. It's simply beautiful to walk with open hands. Nothing to hide, nothing to grasp, nothing to break, nothing to last. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. I buried my father, so went my mother all too soon. I suffered in silence, suffered alone until June. It wasn't clear, it wasn't right. I'd hear him tell her in the night, but somewhere in the dark they huddled near a light, with nothing to fight, nothing to stress, nothing to climb, nothing to pass. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose. You're finally home. Some seasons let us be reborn. These deep dark places where we're torn. And when they tell you that your rose still has its thorns, you've nothing to hide, nothing to test. Love brought you here, now you can rest. Every death brings a new life. Every road, every mile. Take off your shoes, don't mind the rules. You're free to be starry-eyed and innocent if you choose.
perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. I used to fight between wrong and right, watching my fears taking over my life. But now I know why I'm here. It's perfectly clear. I am the answer. Oh, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I am the answer. Everybody now, I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. Here we go now. I am the light. I am the love. I am the spirit. I am the spirit. I am the peace that's healing the world. I am the answer. I'm the answer. I am the answer. Yeah. I am the answer. I'm the answer. I am the answer. I am the answer. Be the answer. I am the answer.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Welcome to the People of Diversity Sunday service. We are a multi-faith community and we believe there are many paths to one divinity. So if you would like to learn more about the People of Diversity, or POD, as most people call us, go to www.pod, P-O-D, peopleofdiversity.org. And there will be some very fun and interesting announcements after the message, so hang out.
Last week we heard from Muslim Noran Sykes and the Joy Band. Today,
service. Yeah.
yes, it was.
Yeah.
Today we'll hear from our Baha'i brother, Dean Martineau, and Bob Sima. And next week we'll hear from our Jewish representative, Leslie Zwick, with music from Rob Thorworth. So without further ado, let's dive into today.
First your heart goes cold, then your stare goes long. A fire in your eyes, the burning desire left long ago. You've been living your life for everyone else. You've been holding the weight of this whole wide world all by yourself. In these mountains, that you carry on your back, you were only supposed to climb. You were doing your best, but it was never enough to please the one in your head. Scares you half to death, the one that doesn't exist. It's only up in your mind, the one that drains your cup and always puts you back at the end of the line. These mountains that you carry on your back, you were only supposed to climb. From the day you were born, your path was already known, and it was one hell of a climb. And yours to do was take it one step at a time. And these mountains that you carry on your back, you were only supposed to climb. And these mountains that you carry on your back, you are only supposed to climb. In this moment, everything shows up, everything presents itself just as it is. And when you slow down, let it all happen, Something fantastic, magic happens in you. And when you breathe in, it's like we're all listening to an echoing of our own souls. And when you breathe out, it's just like a rain cloud. Relief, it comes pouring down on a thirsty world. Meditation is a medication to cure the illusion of a separation. Meditation is a medication to cure the illusion of a separation. A separation. Until a mind that's still becomes a cup that's filled with effervescence, ever-presence, and a heart that swells. And when you drink from this, it's a never-ending peacefulness. Don't have to believe in this. It's a story that tells itself. And when you breathe in, it's like we're all listening to an echoing of our own souls. And when you breathe out, it's just like a rain cloud. Relief, it comes pouring down on a thirsty world. Meditation is a medication to cure the illusion of separation. Meditation is a medication to cure the illusion of separation. We are one when we are all together, and we are one when we are all alone. We are one when we are all together, and we are one when we are all alone. Have you ever been here? Have you ever stayed here? Have you never left here for more than a glance? Have you ever faced this? Have you ever tasted this? There's a relief in the sweetness. Every moment is another chance. And just breathe in. It's like we're all listening to an echoing of our own souls. And when you breathe out, it's just like a rain cloud. Relief, it comes pouring down on a thirsty world. Meditation is a medication to cure the illusion of separation. Meditation is a medication to cure the illusion of separation. Oh, Namah Shivaya. Oh, Namah Shivaya. Oh, Namah Shivaya. Oh, Namah Shivaya. We are one when we are all together. We are one when we are all alone. I have a dream. We are one when we are all together.
Hello, viewers of the New Way Pod, wherever you may be. This is Dean Martineau talking to you today about the Baha'i perspective as best as I can offer it on discipline. We're in about the middle of the pack of our program, a set of programs on discipline. And I can say that just about everything I've heard from the other ones is great. It would be totally in accordance with the Baha'i viewpoint. So rather than regurgitating those ideas that have already been presented, I'm going to do things a little differently. What a surprise. Don't I almost always? See if I can get this microphone to work a little better. And I'm going to infer some disciplines from the Baha'i teachings on some virtues and on the oneness of humanity. These are going to come out sounding pretty similar to each other, actually. They're just kind of two different sides of the same coin. But hopefully they'll give you something to think about and maybe some actions you can take in your own life. These notions come from a document that I have referred to before called The Promise of World Peace. We're actually hitting just the 40th anniversary of the release of that document by the Universal House of Justice, the head governing body of the Baha'i Faith, in October of 1985. It was a very different world then because it was the International Year of Peace, and there was a lot of real belief in world peace. Now we don't talk much about that. That's kind of sad. Shows that things have really gone maybe downhill in certain areas. But that doesn't mean that these things are still not true. So we're going to do some reviewing a little bit here, and then we're going to get to a couple of disciplines that I really urge you to consider applying in your life. The first thing I want to bring to your attention, and I've made this point before and I will make it many times again, is that in the Baha'i Faith, the teachings of Baha'u'llah, and this is a quotation from The Promise of World Peace by the Universal House of Justice, which you can go grab anywhere on the internet. World peace is not only possible, but inevitable. It is the next stage in the evolution of this planet. In the words of one great thinker, the planetization of mankind. And then they go on to make a point that is crucial to what we're going to talk about. Whether peace is to be reached only after unimaginable horrors precipitated by humanity's stubborn clinging to old patterns of behavior, or is to be embraced now by an act of consultative will, is the choice before all who inhabit the earth. So, two points to be made here. When we talk about world peace, as I am, in the Baha'i viewpoint, that's the beginning of a great process of making this world a materially and spiritually prosperous place, the like of which we cannot imagine because we've never experienced it. The beginning of that process will be world peace. That process will go on much beyond that. The second thing is, notice that they say we all have a role to play in bringing this about. And the disciplines that I'm going to propose today are things that each of us can do. They will appear to have little or no effect on the peace process, but they in fact do have an effect on the peace process. Remember, the Baha'i faith is a faith based on Scripture, based on text. So when I often tend to read Baha'i texts or display them different times because that's where the reality is. That's where the truth comes from. The texts of Baha'u'llah, the founder of the faith, his forerunner, the Bab, Abdul-Baha, the interpreter of his writings, and Shoghi Effendi and the Universal House of Justice. These writings today, well, they're going to come from a combination of the Universal House of Justice and Baha'u'llah, because the House of Justice is going to quote Baha'u'llah. So, to begin, let's talk about some virtues that in this document, The Promise of World Peace, are mentioned, and talk about how we can bring them into being. The House of Justice says, we hold firmly the conviction that all human beings have been created to carry forward an ever-advancing civilization. They say, to act like the beasts of the field is unworthy of man, and that the virtues that befit human dignity are trustworthiness, forbearance, mercy, compassion, and loving kindness towards all peoples. We reaffirm the notion that the potentialities inherent in the station of man, the full measure of his destiny on earth, the innate excellence of his reality, must all be manifested in this promised day of God. Okay, let's talk about this a minute. These virtues that are befitting human dignity are trustworthiness, forbearance. The ones I'm going to focus on here are mercy, compassion, and loving kindness, because those are the ones I'm suggesting we make a little effort to exhibit in our lives. Because right now, in the North American continent anyway, people are horribly divided based on political ideologies. That's actually perhaps a worse thing that is going on now. The division amongst peoples is more troubling to me than whatever decisions each different party makes. Either you're a follower of the current administration in the United States, or you're opposed to it, and the twains don't tend to meet. That means we tend to other half of the country. We tend to make half of the people as enemies. This is not allowable. This is not in accordance with compassion, loving kindness, and mercy. So what can we do? Well, I think it's going to take considerable effort, but I think that each of us, on whichever side of the political divide we may happen to be, need to make a special effort to reach out across that divide and find a number of individuals, embrace them, build a friendship that is regardless of these divides. I've been reading a great book that's far beyond what any of us are going to be expected to do. It's called Rising Out of Hate, and has to do with a guy named Derek Black. Derek Black lived in a truly about the most non-functional family you can live in, because the entire family's purpose was to promote white supremacy. And this guy, this youth, was the rising star of the movement. He had a radio program. He'd started the 24-hour website of promoting hate and white supremacy. And he then went to a liberal arts college. They found out what he believed, and most people opposed him and rejected him, but there were people who befriended him. And they sat down with him, and they would have conversations about all sorts of things. But while they were at it, they had conversations about his ideas, and they would offer him information to show that his ideas were not accurate. And little by little, gradually, over several years, he was able to renounce his family's white supremacist belief, and is now a far different person, doing far different things in his life than he was doing before. Now, I'm not suggesting that any of us are going to do anything on that level, but I do suggest that if we want to show compassion, loving kindness, and mercy, a way to do it is for us, whichever side of the political divide we happen to fall on, to somehow or other find a person or people and form friendships. There are a lot of books on this subject. My favorite that I've read is by a lady named Celeste Headlee, Headlee, and the book is We Need to Talk. There are a lot of other books and a lot of other podcasts and ideas that spread this, but I suggest that a discipline that we might want to cultivate, we might want to engage in, is this kind of discipline, to reach beyond ourselves, to reach beyond people we would ordinarily not have much of anything to do with, and work to cultivate a friendship with them. And in so doing, we might find ways to have conversations that will help us bring ourselves closer together politically, but that's not really the point. The point is to form a friendship regardless of these ideas, to stop being enemies, to stop othering one another, because that's what's happening right now, and that's the worst possible thing that can happen. That certainly is not anything that's going to permit peace to be built, and we have to build peace among our people Little by little, day by day, we can do this. Now, the second discipline I'm going to suggest is many ways the same. It's just sort of the other side of the same coin, as I say. But I give the slant now to the fundamental Baha'i teaching of the oneness of humanity. That is a spiritual principle brought to us by Baha'u'llah, had not been presented in any previous religion. It's a new teaching for our time, this special time, this promised time when the time of fulfilling prophecies and the time of the end, except it's actually the beginning, the time is now come. Here's what they say in this Promise of World Peace document. World order can be founded only on an unshakable consciousness of the oneness of mankind, a spiritual truth which all the human sciences confirm. Anthropology, physiology, psychology recognize only one human species, albeit infinitely varied in the secondary aspects of life. Recognition of this truth requires abandonment of prejudice of every kind, race, class, color, creed, nation, sex, degree of material civilization, everything which enables people to consider themselves superior to others. Acceptance of the oneness of mankind is the first fundamental prerequisite for reorganization and administration of the world as one country, the home of humankind. Universal acceptance of this spiritual principle is essential to any successful attempt to establish world peace. It should therefore be universally proclaimed, taught in schools, and constantly asserted in every nation as preparation for the organic change in the structure of society which it implies. And a little more deep about this, in the Baha'i view, recognition of the oneness of mankind calls for no less than the reconstruction and the demilitarization of the whole civilized world, a world organically unified in all the essential aspects of its life, its political machinery, its spiritual aspiration, its trade and finance, its script and language, and yet infinite in the diversity of the national characteristics of its federated units. And they go on to say, disunity is a danger that the nations and peoples of the earth can no longer endure. The consequences are too terrible to contemplate, too obvious to require any demonstration. And a quotation from the writing, the pen of Baha'u'llah himself, the well-being of mankind, its peace and security are unattainable unless and until its unity is firmly established. So, this notion about the oneness of humanity, I suspect you already believe this. This isn't anything that's very controversial for most of us. So, we all believe it, but what good does that really do us or do anybody if we aren't doing something to consciously promote it? And I'm going to suggest a discipline that comes from this idea that is very necessary in the North American continent, where I suspect most of our listeners are. It's actually very necessary all over the world, but I'm very familiar with its necessity in the North American continent. This has to do with building unity among the races, bringing the whites and the blacks, the European Americans and others of African descent, of native peoples, together. Now again, a lot of us think this is a good idea, but how are we going to do it? What are we going to do to actually bring it about? I suggest that a first requirement for European Americans almost always is going to be to learn, and learn in some very uncomfortable ways. We tend, according to the Baha'i writings, and in my experience it is true, we tend to give forth, to have an unconscious, often unconscious, sense of superiority in our dealings with other people. Sorry, this microphone is causing me difficulties. I hope it isn't interfering too badly with the recording. So we can tell that we have this feeling of superiority, even if we don't think as an individual that we have it. by the civilization that our ancestors have built and that we have maintained, which basically puts European Americans, European American thought, European American culture, European American ideologies in the forefront and puts other people's thoughts, ideologies, and culture in the background. We consider them marginalized. Well, who did the marginalizing? And why is it done? So we, European Americans, as I suspect that's most of who I'm talking to here, have a lot of individual and collective work to do. Now we have to do the individual work before we can do the collective work. Now, it is generally not the job of the people of African descent to educate us. Most of them are sick to death of us, actually. At least in my experience, they have to deal with white superiority, white oppression in many ways on a daily basis. So they're not terribly inclined to educate us and hold our hand. It is our job to do the educating. After we get to a certain point, we can collaborate, but we're still in a listening mode at that point. When we are dealing with people of African descent, and if we are talking about sensitive issues of race, the first thing that most people of European descent need to do is shut up and listen. And then when we do that and we are inclined to say something else, then we need to shut up and listen again. And gradually we can talk a little once we can do so with respect and deference. So for us individuals, then we have to learn. We have to educate ourselves. If we're going to really work for the oneness of humanity, we have to reach out beyond our neighborhoods, which are often gated or segregated, or both. We don't tend to have much to do with peoples of other races in our ordinary life. It's very difficult to do so in most of North America. One of the ways we can do this learning, one of the better ways for a lot of us, is through reading. There are a lot of good books out there that we can read. Books by authors. My personal favorite is probably Ruha Benjamin. She wrote a book called Viral Justice. Others that are very good are writings by Ibrahim X. Kendi and Robin DiAngelo. There are a whole lot of them out there, a lot of podcasts, a lot of documentaries, a lot of television programs. You can take your pick, but as a discipline, I believe it is highly essential that we take that pick and do some work on learning our role, learning the role of the actions of our ancestors and their governments and their societies, and factors that have led to the situation, the economic and social disparities that exist in our countries. Once we do that learning, it then becomes time for us to begin to associate with peoples of other cultures, preferably, however, in a standpoint of learning and in a standpoint of service. A good way to accomplish this, if you can do it in your area, is to take part as a service, from a service standpoint, with an organization run by people of African descent, or perhaps people of native descent if you live in an area where there's a high enough native population. It can be hard to find those organizations, and recognize that you won't always be welcomed among them in all cases. Again, they are not interested in white people taking over. They are interested in doing what they want to do, what they need to do. This program is produced in Brevard County, Florida, and there happens to be a good organization that you can join in Brevard County, Florida, and that is the Concerned Citizens Committee of South Brevard County. This organization is run by African Americans, but they are very welcoming, and they're used to dealing with white people, so it's not a problem for them to do that. Not every African American wants to, but these guys don't mind it. They're a great group. They do a number of things, but the thing I want to focus on is they are working to build a monument to memorialize, to honor the real founders of the city of Melbourne, Florida. As it happens, 3 freed slaves came up to that part of the world in the end of the 1860s and founded what was then called Crane Creek. However, as often happens in American history, some Australian guy came in and renamed the city as Melbourne, and all memory of these founders has been removed from the history. The Concerned Citizens Committee is working to build a monument to honor these founders, the real founders of Melbourne, Florida. Now, the organization isn't perfect. The project isn't perfect, but none of that matters. What matters to us as European Americans who are working for the oneness of humanity is to get involved as a role of a servant in that organization and work in whatever way we can to promote their product, because that project does promote the oneness of humanity. It helps to restore an error in history that is very common. We make these errors in history all the time. So that's an action you can take. I have hopefully given you 2 different disciplines that you can, if you want to work for the virtues of compassion, loving kindness, and mercy, or the virtue of the oneness of humanity. You can take specific action, carry out specific disciplines to play your part, and it's a vital part because if everyone has to play a part in this, to bring about these principles so that the world peace that nobody hardly talks about now can become a reality, and so that humanity can then go on, as Baha'u'llah has outlined, through successive stages in evolution to attain to amazing world of prosperity for all, where all people will be welcome, all people will be prosperous, all people will be able to thrive, unlike the world we have right now. I thank you very much for watching. I hope this has given you some ideas, and I look forward to talking to you on our next topic in the New Way Pod.
Thank you, Bob. Love you. Appreciate you so much. You're always awesome. And thank you, Dean. I know this is tough for you with the just the technical parts of getting these videos done. So we really appreciate you standing by with us, and you always give just great talks, and I learned so much. So thank you, Philip, and our team. Diego, we finally got to meet Diego a few weeks ago, which was awesome after all these years. We really appreciate you guys too. And so thank you so much. If you are out there in the world and you need this kind of work done, PL Theatrical is the place to go. So contact them and they will fix you right up. Past services are available on the People of Diversity Facebook group, Facebook page, also on the YouTube channel, People of Diversity YouTube channel. And the cool thing about the YouTube channel is they have a playlist function that you can use to search by faith or search by topic and see any of our 243 videos that you would care to revisit. So that's pretty cool. You can also watch the service on YouTube on Sunday morning, if you're not a Facebook fan, on Sunday morning at the People of Diversity YouTube channel. So after 30 days, Facebook dumps our videos. So take advantage of that YouTube channel. We have a second broadcast on Sunday evenings. It's the morning broadcast rebroadcast on Facebook Live at 5:45 p.m. So if you missed it, you want to watch it again, you want to send somebody back to see it, 5:45 on Facebook Live.
All right. Next live event is tomorrow night.
Whoop, whoop.
Monday, November 10th. That's 7 p.m. The amazing Donna Frost will be down from Tennessee, live in concert at the Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship Hall in Rockledge. Love donation. No one turned away. Here's a quick sample.
It's gonna be a battle, but at least I say I tried. There we go.
The next event will be Monday, November 24th, United in Thanksgiving. This event is at the Holy Name of Jesus Catholic Community in India Atlantic from 7 till 8, with a reception that follows immediately after. If you're local and you would like to help out with this event, please email us at the newwaypod@gmail.com. We have a Sign Up Genius link now, and we would love some support, and about 100 people to pull off this event are needed to for the volunteer process to pull it off. So
The least number of people they've ever had show up for one of these, other than when they did it on video for COVID, is I believe 400, and the most people they've had at one of these is 800 people. So,
and it was at this place.
yeah, and it was at this place. So it's not some little easy thing to pull off. If you're interested in helping out, we'd appreciate it.
Yes. All right. If you have a business or you would like to personally sponsor one of our live events at the Unitarian Universalist Friendship Fellowship Hall, you can do that by donating the $50 rent charge that we pay weekly or twice a month. Contact us again at newwaypod@gmail.com. We'll hand you the mic for a couple of minutes. You can tell folks why you wanted to sponsor or what your business is all about. Or you can say nothing and remain anonymous. It's fine with us. However you want to play, we're just grateful that you want to play.
Yeah. All right. Every week we bless a state, and our state today is Oklahoma. And I thought this was just a really cool fact.
I think really important and critical fact.
Yes. Girl Scout cookie sales began in Oklahoma in 1917. That's incredible. 1917, the first Girl Scout cookie sales in Oklahoma. So let's send our love and gratitude, especially for the Thin Mints, to the people of Oklahoma. Hold them in our hearts and say these words together. May peace prevail in Oklahoma. May peace prevail on earth. May peace prevail in me. Thank you. Okay. Tithes and donations can be made at www.peopleofdiversity.org. We appreciate it. We pay our speakers, we pay our musicians, we pay our tech team, we pay insurance, we pay for live streaming, we pay for a lot of stuff. And so if you feel like the pod is worth it, please go to that website and throw some money in. We really, really appreciate it. We're going to end our service, as we always do, with a healing circle. So bring to your mind's eye anyone, any person, place, thing, situation. We shouldn't have any problems thinking of things that could use some healing these days. And bring them into your heart and send your energy around. We're all connected. Send your energy around this circle. And as we listen to this last awesome song by Daniel Namod, and put yourself in there too. And thank you for being with us, and we appreciate you.
See you next week.
One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love.